occasional token man about how their passion and purpose have collided to create healthy relationships and profitable businesses. I am Elizabeth Denham, here with Rebecca Monet. We are the co-founders of the Coterie for Women and publishers of the Franchise Women magazine. So hello, Rebecca.
Well, hello there. It seems like forever with the holidays sort of gobbling up all of our time. It's good to see you.
I know, we haven't done a recording in a little while, so it's good to be back in the groove.
I don't know if you noticed, but my cheeks are a little chubbier since Christmas and the holidays, all those goodies.
I think that happened to all of us. And the pandemic, we can blame that too. It wasn't just...
Oh my gosh, it's amazing what happens.
I know. So tell me what your rose and thorn are for the week.
So let me start with the rose.
Okay.
So it's been really interesting with the Coterie and all the changes in my life this past year, you know, moving cross country, remodeling a house, you and I launching the Coterie, building a business, all of these kinds of things. Is the Coterie has really created this sense of community that I think all of us long for. And it's been amazing as I've been going through my changes and even some health struggles, as you know, to have these women step up and encourage and support and nurture and be a cheerleader. I mean, a few of you actually got me food so I could eat once I got moved. I mean, that was like one of the most heartwarming, thoughtful, kind things ever. And then texts from some of the ladies within the Coterie and some of the circles we're participating in, you know, sending cute little videos and advice and cheerleading. And so it's just been this wonderful feeling of family and community and belonging, and knowing that even though we're all kind of isolated to some degree with this pandemic, we're not alone. We're not alone. Not as long as we have friends. And that's my rose.
That's a good rose. And it's true. We have begun to form bonds with women that we've never laid eyes on, in addition to each other. We've never laid eyes on each other. But it's starting to form this tight-knit, close group, and it's gotten very intimate in some of our meetings. It's very personal. And we all try to reach out to each other during the week when we know something's coming up for someone, or there's a struggle, or there is something that you're nervous about, or whatever. So I think that's a great rose. It's happening. What we want to encourage is we're beginning to see that happen in the Coterie.
Yeah. And it's so authentic. It's so real and yet organic. It isn't just another group to join so you could do more business. These are real people having real conversations and truly showing their hearts and bringing their resources to the table. So it's been a real blessing to me. Now let me talk about not a blessing.
Okay. I kind of hate to shift gears, but go ahead.
This is my thorn, you know. It's kind of a goofy one, honestly. There's this new app called Clubhouse. And actually someone from the Coterie and one of my franchisors was telling me about it. So I joined the Clubhouse app, which you download on your phone and yada, yada, yada. But if you haven't already done it, I don't know if it's just my phone or if this is just, you know, the evil brains of technology and how they program things. But when I get a notification from Clubhouse, it bings just the same sound as you would hear on a microwave. So you think there's hot food ready for you. And I swear to you, Elizabeth,
you've got a Pavlovian trigger going on.
Pavlovian. It's Pavlovian. You think you got warm soup or, you know, something, you know, that's been warmed up for you. It's Pavlovian. It's evil, I tell you. So this Clubhouse ding goes off and you think there's some food being prepared for you. I don't even have a microwave in my home and I'm reacting, you know, in a Pavlovian.
That is so funny. Well, I wonder if you can change the sound.
I don't know. I haven't checked into it, but I'm like,
well, I think you might need to, unless you're going to live your life being hungry and thinking there's food waiting for you.
I think it's an evil conspiracy, with the food industry and microwave makers and, or
They're
just
somehow in cahoots with Clubhouse to make you think you're hungry.
that, or they think they could associate a positive feeling with food with community in these meetings, right? Like, oh, you're going to feel like you're having dinner with someone. I don't know. I just think it's been a fascinating experiment, but that's my thorn. I don't want a dingy
It's an
thingy.
irritant in your life,
That's
clearly.
right. It's a thorn.
That's a good one. That's funny.
So how about you? What's your rose and your thorn this week?
Well, I think my rose is that we just finished a pageant that I volunteer for.
Yeah.
And it was something we weren't sure we were going to be able to have because of the pandemic. We had very limited capacity. We had to be very respectful of protocols for COVID, trying to keep the girls safe. We had 28 girls in at this time. But it went off well. We didn't have any kind of issues. Everybody was pretty compliant with the rules that we set. There's always some ups and downs and people with different points of view, but everybody kind of got on board so that we could have it. And it's over. So the rose is that it went well, and the rose is also that it's over because it's exhausting, and I look forward to it every year, and then I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
But we had they picked 6 girls to be ambassadors of our Eastern Shore area down here, and we have a good group of girls. I think they picked a good strong 6 nice, smart, cute girls.
Yeah. Wow. And I know this has been quite a thing for you because you wrote the script for the show, you directed the show, and then of course we're also one of the judges for the winners.
Well, I judge the essay portion of the competition.
The essay portion.
So that's a kind of a separate thing. I'm on that committee. So yeah, there's a lot of involvement in it, and it's a fun way to reach. I tell you what was really gratifying is that I asked the girls, I interview them. They have a poison appearance where they walk down in their gown and the MC reads their bio, and I interview them for that and write those bios every year. And I asked them what the best thing about 2020 was. And their answers, at first they were like, well, what was good about 2020?
Yeah.
But once they got started, they all talked about ways they had spent the pandemic in positive endeavors. Like some got closer to their college age siblings who were not usually home during this time, or some spent some more times with their parents. One parent had a kidney transplant. She was thankful that she got to spend more time at home with her dad. So they all had they were much more insightful and thoughtful than in previous years, I think, because we've all had some time to reflect. And I think that it was nice to know that 15 and 16 and 17-year-old girls, they're 10th and 11th graders, used that time to do something so productive and really thought about what their lives meant. Some of them, some of them got closer in their faith. Some of them got closer to siblings. One baked more, one learned how to crochet. They all had done something productive with the pandemic. So it was I was pleasantly surprised at just how thoughtful and deep their answers were from young girls. So that always gives me hope for the future.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, especially at that age, to ponder your life and look at a very difficult year and be able to articulate well in an essay, in this case, what came out of it that was a positive. And what a great attitude. And
they're stick with it people, because it was not an easy year to do this.
No,
it was fun, and I enjoyed it more this year than I actually have in years past. So that was fun. My thorn, on the other hand, speaking of weight gain and such, I had lost some weight about a year and a half ago, and then I had knee surgery, and then the pandemic hit, and so it all came back on. So I started on January 2nd on the Whole30, and I lost 11 pounds really fast.
Wow.
And now I'm stuck.
Dang.
So my thorn is that I've already hit a little plateau, and I'm not, anywhere near where I would like to be. So my thorn is plateaus. I hate
plateaus. I don't like plateaus.
Ugh, it's so frustrating, but you stay the course and it keeps going. So That is my thorn. I would like not to be on a plateau.
That's the key. Stay the course. Keep going. Do what you need to do every day, and in time you bear fruit. And it's so funny when you have quick results like that, and then a plateau. It's very kind of discouraging. You got to keep on pushing through. So,
but boy, that first 11 was very motivational.
I would think so. That's so exciting.
So we'll see. I'm sure I'll get off of it in the next few days, but you
off of the
plateau so fast, you just expect every day to have success, and then the next few days you're like, nothing.
What's up with that? Yeah.
So on with that.
Yes, I'm with you.
Alrighty, well, good roses and thorns to start off the week, and we will be back next week with more roses and thorns, so stay tuned.